Hello everybody, welcome to my new Sunday market breakdown. So we started the DXY as usually because last week I also had an analyze on the DXY, so we will go further on it. So what could we see on the DXY? On the daily we are still bullish because we had here this first leg, second leg, third leg, fourth leg, fifth leg in play. We had here some difficulties at the shoulder 1, head shoulder 2. That's why we had here some sellers, what I was saying. And the only thing we need to be careful for is, in the positive way, is this daily previous higher low wick here didn't got broken. So that's why the price is having some difficulties to break this zone, and is now acting as support, aligning with that weekly supply and demand zone. So we went aggressively to the upside till that selling zone, and then after that impulse we receive now some correction. So this is for me already a sign that the price can go to the upside, because after an impulse we always receive a correction, and that correction is aligning with this buying zone here, this support. Here we had some small resistance and support here, so we can go to the upside. So this is what I can see on the DXY, that the price can have here some more buyers sitting here, because we had it also here for that next possible upside move. So if I look on a weekly perspective, you can see we are bullish. The last previous lower high here, that was this one, and then this was a lower low, and then we broke above that, and now we acted as support. This was clear resistance here, and we acted like support here. We have also that nice supply and demand zone acting as resistance, support, support, nice wicks here, resistance, 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 and support. So for me, it's a clear supply and demand zone, and it's very nice aligning there with that buyer sitting here. Nice tap, and then we can have some buyers for potential more upside momentum. So what can we see? The weekly trend is with us. Candle close is against us. This was the red one. The FIB is not really for us, not against us, because yeah, this is the FIB from the low till the high, and we just didn't tap the 61.80. So for me, it's not with us or against us. And then the supply and demand zone here is for us because we tapped it with support. So we have 2 out of 4 for that long. So on the daily, we will see what will happen here. And if I go to the 4-hour, you can see more clear impulse correction. And now the price is having some difficulties, taking some new liquidity here, and potentially going back to the upside like this, breaking out of the descending channel here, and then going to the upside. So that is what I can see on the DXY right now. So the first trade I'm looking at is GBPCAD on the daily chart. What can we see on the daily chart? We have that bullish M that can still play out. We have that first leg, second leg, third leg. We had here a double top, so we went back till this IC. So our fifth leg is in play because we had here first leg, second leg, third leg, fourth leg, and the fifth leg is in play because we tapped the daily zone of interest IC zone here. Between all the blue candles, you have one red candle here, and this is mostly of the time acting like a magnet. So that's why we had here some nice liquidity taken from that IC, and we went to the upside. And now we are correctively going up to the upside. So we took some liquidity from this buying zone also here with these taps of this support zone. So that's very nice to see. So now I will go to the weekly. What can you see on the weekly? On the weekly, we can see that we are in a bearish market because we had our previous weekly low. This was our weekly high, because you can see this as your bigger, higher highs and higher lows, as you can see. So we broke this weekly low here. We broke it. So for me, it's bearish, but we have also a weekly FIB completion from the high here till the low. We have a minus 60.80 weekly FIB completion. So this is for us. What is also for us is our weekly candle close. This is a really blue candle close, an impulsive one. So for me, it's already 2 out of 4. But we had also some buyers here, your supply and demand, so acting as resistance, support, and then we have that nice support here. So for me, it's 3 out of 4. The only time when our supply and demand zone is against us, if we tap this weekly blue horizontal line where the seller's kicking in from, and we had here also some clear support, and then the resistance here, and here also that resistance. So for me, then it could potentially be a 2 out of 4. We will see what will happen. So yeah, 3 out of 4 for the moment, so we can take the long. On the daily, I still need to draw my daily TP from the low here till the high. You can see my daily TP round number to the downside, 1.68250. This will be the round number, daily TP, like that. And on the 4-hour right now, you can see on the 4-hour, we could potentially previous week take this bullish M. Then we had here that entry. I missed this trade, that one. And then we have that bullish M here that is still in play like this, because all these wicks go over into each other. So for me, this is one low and high. So this is still your bullish M. And what we can see within that bullish M is that shoulder 1 had shoulder 2 with resistance in the head, with a nice supply and demand zone here acting as support. Here, resistance, support, resistance, potentially support. So I expect after that small break of that previous high, we can come back correctively or impulsively to that zone and then take my limit to the upside till that daily highs where the minus 6080 of that 4-hour FIP is aligning with for around 3%. This will be a trade, and then till the daily TP it would be around 5.6. So this can be a very nice trade. So then the last one, USDCAD on the daily chart. What can we see on USDCAD? I can see that we have a nice bullish M within a bullish M. So what I could see is we had here our low, this was our high, low, higher high, and then we were making here that bearish W. Then this bearish W didn't play out, so we broke out of it. So actually this could be a shoulder 1, head, shoulder 2 with a bullish M. But we didn't came back that far to the downside because we had here some buyers sitting at that weekly supply and demand zone. So for me, this can be my bullish M, and then within that a smaller bullish M for taking a trade to the upside. So a pattern within a pattern, and I took just my FIP from this low till this high. And as you can see, my first zone of interest, so if I take my horizontal line on this high and we go low, 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 from this moment I'm interested because we tapped the 61.80, and then the first structure is this one here. This one is acting as resistance, and we can see it's an IC, so it's holding very nicely. You can see also here some clear resistance, here resistance, some small support here, support, buyers kicking in. So this can be a very nice zone to take a trade from, like that. So I will delete this. So I expect the price to come back till this daily zone, and we want to see here a pattern or decel, or we can also go more to the downside till this daily low where the buyers can kick in really from, because the buyers are sitting here also. So this is what I can see. And if I go now to the weekly, what can you see on the weekly? My weekly trend is, yeah, I can see this can potentially be a false break because we can have here our weekly low, high wick here. This was a weekly high, and you can see we just broke above that, but this can be also a false break to the downside. So for me, the market structure is still, yeah, potentially against us, because this was our weekly high wick and this was the low. So, and yeah, we can have here the potential false break. But what we can see is that it's playing for us. We can see we have here some clear resistance, support. So our supply and demand zone is for us. Candle close is for us. And you can also see the FIB for you from the low here till the high. You can see the 61.80 is aligning there. We have also that potential pattern that play out. Shoulder 1 here, head, shoulder 2. So the supply and demand zone is for us, for me. It's acting clearly as support because this is a clear supply and demand zone acting as resistance, support, resistance, support here, resistance again. So very nice holding the price up, and we have that candle also very nice closing. So then I will go to the 4 hour. What can you see on the 4 hour? On the 4 hour, we are still like this. We are still bullish because we have here our 4 hour low, high, low, high, high. And within that, we have here that smaller bullish M here also. So after that impulse here, we can receive some correction, which is already happening. So if I have a potential FIB completion from the high here till the low, you have here kind of minus 68 FIB completion if you throw your daily zone more to the downside. So yeah, you can have here that FIB completion here, like this round number 30 FIB completion. Then I will delete my drawings like this, like that, and then you can have here that FIB completion, but I will wait for some deceleration or pattern to be sure, because I take that FIB completion on that inverse and shoulders plus bullish M, so with an inverse and a continuation pattern, and now we have just only that continuation pattern within a continuation pattern. So this is why. So I hope you like the SMB. These are the trades I'm looking for, GBPCAD, USDCAD, and yeah, I see you next week. Bye.